I like making instruments and getting people playing in community situations and schools and conservatoriums. I did start off instrumentally with making marimbas, and then after a while I added lots of other instruments, wacky sort of things that people can play straight away, because I usually in a school have a very short session and then the kids do a concert the same day, so they have to be easy. Got a workshop, a big workshop, and storerooms with all sorts of every different size of rubber tubing and bits of wood and rope and everything, and then I just experiment with things. The marimbas, they're big xylophones. They can have 3 players at the one time, and that's so that we can have everybody involved. They're hardwood on the top, just Australian timber. Any timber will do that's readily available. And then to get it in tune, you just have to chisel underneath the piece of wood. And the more you chisel out, the deeper the note goes, and then when you get to the note you want, you just stop. The marimbas that are here at this conservatorium, there are some that I've made, some made in Tasmania, and some made locally. Originally these machines that you can see were on bikes where you ride down the street and play. What happens is there's a roller with beads on it, spins around, and then when you pull the key back, that makes a little pipe stick into the path of the beads, and then you get this sort of brrr, brrr sound. The echo cellos are the result of the fact that I like playing the fiddle. I made this with keys, so you don't have to put your finger on the string, and the keys approximately get the right note. And also it's got a spring on it, touching on the wire, and the spring goes into a little resonator, so that gives it a nice rounded sound that you wouldn't get otherwise. My background was, as a child, making things a great deal. I did all the making gliders and periscopes and all those sorts of things. But then it was only when I was much older, actually getting close to 40, I think, that I started making instruments, because I had the persistence and the ability to make things, but I didn't get into I didn't get into music until I was in my 20s. My ability to play things is not a high skill, but it's high curiosity. So I can play, heaps and heaps of instruments, but only up to a certain level. It's called a farty foot pumper, and so I use those in foot pumps so that for pumping up air beds and so on, and I put a lever on them so that the kids can easily operate them. Doing it by foot actually is very hard and you have to balance. And then that blows up a glove on a pipe, which makes it make a horrible farty sound. But if I put a glove on the top of it, another glove, a different one, that one blows up and becomes huge. It's not actually as loud as a balloon popping, but it is exciting, yes.